Hello and welcome, and on today's video we have the final round of the WTC Online. It is myself versus Arthur, who's from the Belgium side, and he is playing High Elves. So this is our final game. Unfortunately, I was the last game of our round, and we kind of knew that we couldn't win the whole match, and we kind of knew that we couldn't beat England if they capped out. So it was kind of just playing for points and trying to make sure that we didn't get capped. We were currently on, I believe, 56 points, so we needed 4 or 5 points to make sure we weren't capped, because in this tournament, how it works out, if you get under 60, you automatically get bumped up to 60, but we have 2 different scores. It's trying to make it so that if you have a really bad round, you don't then kind of submarine, kind of is the terminology properly. So there wasn't a lot to play for, but it was kind of play for pride. Belgium, however, they have a lot to play for. They are very neck and neck with the USA. They need to get this 100 points to win the tournament. So for Archer, he needs to get at least the 16 here. So he has to come to me. I knew this coming in, and I knew that I couldn't, even if I got a 20 and I had to play. So I played just very defensively, just try to get points, try to play it as a good game, kind of set myself up for it. So let's go have a look at the list and let's see how the game went. Before we get onto the list, I just want to give a huge shout out to Firestorm Games. I've got an affiliate link with them down below, so if you're looking to buy anything, kind of miniature game related, card games, board games, anything of the likes, please use the link down below. They give you live updates of what they have installed and actually install in their Cardiff branch. So the big thing with them is you can pick up on store, and if they already got it in, you can buy it and then come in basically the next day and just pick it up. They give you live trackers. They're fast, reliable, getting stuff out to you. And they've got discounts on everything in the shop, basically, from Games Workshop 40k, Old World, to all the different card games, Magic, Disney, Lorcana, and board games alike. So if you want to support me, just head down to that link below and just purchase all your miniature and goods there. So the list, as I said, my list hasn't changed from last game, so I'm not actually going to go through it, but it is there if you want to look through it. Looking at Archer's list, so he's got a Battle Magic level 4 wizard with the silvery one, so it gives him 5 spells, so kind of always gets the spells he wants. It's probably, in my mind, a better lore familiar, because you can then sub out. Yeah, there is that one chance where you don't get the spell you want. He then has a Noble, who's full plate lance on a Griffin with the Battle Standard Bearer. He's got Charm Shield, Silver Rebuff, Opal Amulet, and Pure of Heart. So this is a very tanky, cheap kind of monster character. He's T5. He's got a 3-up, 5-up kind of regen. Once again, he's got a 2-up. So if you try and monster slay it, he'll 2-up it. He's then got an extra 5-up ward. So if you get 2 of them, or if there's multi-damage. So he's a tough nut to crack. He's a lot of points. And then he's got his Unkillable Prince that I think if you're playing High Elves, doesn't matter kind of what High Elves you play, this usually comes up. So it's a prince with full plate. He's on a Star Dragon, so it makes him T6. He's got Dragon Helm. He's got a shield, so it ups him up to a 2-up armor save, which is ridiculous on a dragon. He's got a Seed Rebuff that gives him a 5-up regen because it's extreme common. And he's got an Opal Amulet, so that once per game, if you do get that monster, he gets a 2-up to ignore it. And he's got Talisman of Protection. It's a lot of stuff there. It's a lot of points. And it's probably the most unkillable. So don't get me wrong, I love my Tomb King Dragon. I'm currently playing with it and getting ready for the Black Country GT. However, this is just more unkillable. And it can hit out backwards. He's got a lance, so he strikes first, he's hitting. And the dragon is really strong. I think it's a strength 7 dragon, 6 attacks. It's got stomps. It's slow, but it's still a good dragon. Next, into these rest of his left, he's kind of just filled out with chaff. He could basically play every game with just those 2 models. He's got Lyrian Reavers, he's got 2 units of Elven Archers, 2 units of Silver Helms. It's not said there, but he does have the Ring of Fury on all of them. He's got 2 Lothran Skycutters, 3 units of Sister of Avalon, 1 with the Seafarer Bow, the Bolt Thrower Bow, 1 with the Ruby Ring, and 1 with nothing. Okay, so it's just MSU. He gets to put down loads of rubbish stuff, sees where your army is, and plonks down his big 2 heavy hitters. And if he gets first turn, he can potentially just fling everything up. So this list is a bit of a worry for me. In my matrix, I put it down as like a 2. So big thing is, if he gives me the chaff, I can kill the chaff. I can't kill this dragon, even if I put everything into it. We'll look into the game. I don't kill the dragon. But it's this idea that I can't bring it down, but I can maybe hamper it with bad play, or if he's overrun in something, so I need to force him to charge in a certain way. I miasmic, I column it. Because it's not on the massive 100 mil, a column of crystal will block its line of sight, so can force him to not charge. So That's how I play my cult. I play with that illusion wizard. I've got to make sure I can control it. So let's go on to deployment and let's see how I did. So on to deployment. So it was mountain pass, so we're very far away. I knew he had to come to me. So my idea was if I can try and keep back to a reasonable distance. He chose this side because I think it meant he could come over here and kind of get up in a good position. If I won the roll, I would have chosen this side because I want him in the open so I can see him more because there's not a lot of coverage. He could have obviously came the other side, but if I deployed back here at the same distance, I've got a lot more range on his other stuff. Because his BSB, who even is quite tanky for it, it's only 5 wounds. So my deployment, I've kind of gone very central. I put everything on the board except the Tomb Scorpions because I knew I was getting the +1, so I just wanted to make sure. I've got 2 Shabdi kind of covering here. I started putting these down when I started sawing. He put some silver helms down, so I knew he wanted to rush this way, and it's the kind of defended side. I've got my big unit of skeleton archers. I've got my high priest. I've got my priest in there, obviously. I've got 1 high priest at the back. That's my other ramparts. That's my elementalism, and I've got my illusion wizard near them because I knew roughly where these dragons were going. With the swarms, the casket, and another unit of Shabdi on the right hand side. They're just there to just in case he went that side and kind of shoot in over the game. I don't think they do too much, but they don't die. I'll give you a hint there. But they do some wounds, some crucial wounds here and there. And it just means I get another flank on there. I've got skeleton horse archers. I placed them here into a position where I could kind of press. The idea is I get 6 shots. I try and do a wound or 2 to, like, say, the Leaving Reavers, the Elven Archers, so I could start getting rid of his cover for his wizards. I then got skeleton skirmishers here in the middle. These actually work out to be quite useful and they do quite a few things, but they're in skirmish. I can just move them where I want. I could give a bit of shooting. And the idea was, if I can, I could potentially move up my wizards and then give him a bit of protection. So his side, he's got 2 Sister of Avalon, he's got some Elven Archers. Then in the on the right hand side is basically where all his army is. He's got his Dragon and Noble on the line. I can't see him, I can't shoot him. I'm not trying to, it wasn't my plan. He's got Sky Cutters, he's got his Silver Helms and the Leaving Reavers. He's got another Ulysses Avalon and he's got his Wizard at the back. Okay, and this, I think, was crucial. Because it wasn't on a steed, I knew it couldn't get close to me. It can go 20 inches in a turn, because he can march 10 and then Arcane Agency, but then he's not Arcane Agency, he's Prince. So as soon as the game started, I made 12, 24 inches, just so like stuff like Column of Crystal, I should get it off in my turn. He shouldn't read spell it, he needs it. And then I try and fly away, and there are some times where it gets close. So he can't just dispel it, he needs an 11. So that's how it is. We roll off. I get turn 1. I just shimmy in a bit. I kind of move about. I get a Column Crystal in the centre just so you can't come and get some shots. I just set myself up. I really don't do a lot. My turns probably in this entire game, my 6 turns probably took 45 minutes, 50 minutes. I was quite quick because I knew what I had to do or what I could do. I literally just moved up. I actually lost the Ushabti because you said dangerous terrain tests. And I think I grabbed some wounds. And that was it. Turn 1 really easy. I just set myself up. Turn 2 he presses with everything, but he hides everything so I can't shoot any of the important stuff. So he's pressed up with his Leaving Reavers, his Silver Helms, he's got back Silver Helms, he's got his Priest here who Arcane Urgency'd up. He's still outside 24. He's got his Dragon and Griffin here. So once again, he's just there to stage, and I kind of guess what's coming. He's either going to jump over here, or he's going to jump behind this wall and then try and do another jump, okay, depending on what he does. Before we get into the rest of the game, there was a bit of contention of how the rules work. So this is Mountain Plus. They've got, it's still obviously the high walls, but it says that you can't obviously flee over them or go touch them unless you fly. Unless you have the fly special or ethereal. So I went with this as like, surely then I can wind blast off the edge of the board. Means he has to play a bit differently. Because you have the fly special, it was ruled that, you don't have to use the fly, but rules as written, and it seems like that's what the tournament was going for, was if you have the fly special rule, if you touch that, or you get wind blast off, you're gone. So I'm a bit sceptical on that. It's how it was ruled, it's not how I wanted to rule it, but hey-ho, it meant he could do certain things. So my turn 2, I shimmy a few things, I get one of my Tomb Scorpions, I just put them up here in a position to try and help. I chuck out, I think I get rid of the column to fire some shots, and then I put it back. I put my priest here outside of 24, but in a position to try and force him back for the Miasmic Mirage, or if he overextends and misplays, I Miasmic Mirage him. I heal up some Ushabti. I get some shots across. I killed 2 Elevian Reavers and a Silver Helm. That's literally the extent of my turn. I get Light Protection up, and Light Protection in this game is sorted me. Turn 2, he takes a long time, he tanks a lot in the movement phase. It's basically movement phases that's used up all the time in this game. So he tanks a lot, he takes Coach's Call, he decides to put his Dragon and his Griffin here, forces the issues. He's basically gone with the commit, and that was the idea. He's put this stuff here, leaving Reavers, Silver Helms, to stop these Ushabti getting a free shot onto the Skycutter. Because my idea is if I can get rid of the Skycutters, block off the Dragon, I just have to deal with the Griffin. And in my other games, I've talked about, oh, I really want to have Ancients in my list, but I was thinking I can block off the Dragon, I can stop the Dragon killing me, I know I can do that because of where it is. But if I can deal with this Griffin, if it charges me, I can get quite a few attacks in. It probably doesn't kill me, especially if I've got Light Protection up, so kind of good. So this is how he's staged. As I said, he spent a lot of time shimmying things about. So it goes to my turn 3, and obviously there's quite a lot of dead. Everything kind of went off well for me. I'm just seeing how it goes. With a load of shooting and with Wind Blast or not off, I was able to kill these 2 before these Ushabti got shot. And because of how rules are written, if they're within 30 inches, you can shoot them, even if the part you can see is further away. It's just how the rules are written, how the tournament's done. It's how it's done in 40k. So I did get 5 Ushabti shots into the side. I was able to kill this thing. So I've killed 3 units in this turn. I feel quite confident. I've only got 2 big dangerous threats. I shoot with this unit here, and I thought I'm going to go for try and kill this this noble. If I can force him to use open element, his charm shield. If I get 2 wounds on it, it makes it a bit more spicy because he's only 5 wounds. So no point shooting the dragon. So I shoot at that because I can't get everyone onto the Loftus Striker. Nothing happens. Okay, I take a coach's call. My coach isn't here. I have to play. I chat to one of our other players with this next unit. I was like, okay, what do I shoot? We talked about that. If that Loftus Skycut tries to go into something, you could probably stand and shoot it to kill it. And with a good chance you shoot it and then kill it in combat. So we decided to shoot the Griffin. I get 2 wounds off. He's used up all his ward saves, so he's down to just his regen and his free up. So I feel a bit more safe because now if he goes to charge, he won't really be able to. He's a bit dangerous because I can stand and shoot. I might even kill him and stand and shoot. I place this column here and it blocks the dragon. I get outside of 24, so he needs 11 to get rid of it on his turn. I think I could have moved it slightly over to potentially block this guy, except going either into the Tomb Scorpion or the Ushabti. A big thing with this kind of list and game is if that column goes down, it opens it up. So having the fly spell, my illusion, means flying 10 inches. You can go 10, come back 10. You can stay outside that range. So I'm feeling confident. If the column goes down, it's kind of could be a game over. Turn 4. The column stays up. Okay, column stays up. It's looking good for me. I'm feeling quite happy. He goes to charge with the Lothran Sea cards into the Ushabti. Same with the Noble. Noble fails. He undenied. He was trying to get into this swarm, but it's ruled that he couldn't because I had to close the door to him and he couldn't land, etc. So he can't charge that. He goes to then charge the Ushabti, and with the Skycutter that's here. I declared to stand shoot with the Skycutter because once again I can only get like 2 shots on this, or I can get 5 shots onto the Skycutter. I shoot the Skycutter. I only do 1 wound, but I do take 2 damage off it. Goes to charges. Skycutter comes in. Griffin fails by 1. So he's stuck. He doesn't even get on the other side because of how this goes. And he kind of tanks a lot about this kind of dragon, what to do. This dragon, I'll joke about it now. He's a lovely bloke, my opponent, but he shouldn't play with a dragon. This dragon probably took about 20 minutes to figure out where to go this turn. Maybe 10 this turn. There's a couple of turns after where this dragon goes very far. And it takes a long time for this to work. So he just pumps up the dragon, tries to pressure. He's in my Mirage range, and actually how he's moved these wizards. So he's moved these wizards to try and get some fireballs. So he does kill off my swarm, but he's outside of 24. He could have pressed her further forward to stay within 24 on my wizard. So I've got a 3 Miasma Mirage here. Yes, I don't have my swarm, so I'm gonna have to take from you Shabdir, but I'd rather do that than not have that. So he's pressing up. This doesn't come in. It goes. Oh, he does kill my Skeleton Horse Archers. We're fine with it. We were chatting at this point. Does he just give me a 13-7 because of points? Because he can't. There's no way he's getting a 16-4. Like, I'm winning at this point. I'm hurting him. There's not a lot he can do. But we decide to play on. It goes to my turn 4. I do get the Miasma Mirage. I shut it down. I hurt myself trying to give myself a fly, so I've taken a wound. You'll see how close this gets. I make a really big decision. So I try to move everything up. So my idea is these Ushabti here, they're in range of this wizard to shoot the wizard. However, I need to do 1 wound to these Elven Archers. Okay, I try and shoot with the Skeleton Skirmishers, don't do a wound. I get to a position for Fireball. I do it. I don't get a wound, I don't think. So I'm there like, great. So I shoot with these guys. There's no point shooting Sister Island, they just move back. So I shoot with them. I kill off 3. So he's now targetable. So I had a big sit down think, and I was like, okay, I've got 5 Ushabti. I either try and kill this Griffin, try and shoot him down, or do I go for the wizards? Griffin will worth a lot more points, but if I get rid of the wizard, it gets rid of some of his potency. It gets rid of his able to try to dispel me. It gets rid of Fireball. As you can see, my wizard here is very much on its own and in a very peculiar position. And he's already taken a wound. He's not near reses because he didn't look at that. So I go for the wizard because I was like, I just need 2 wounds to go through. So I hit him 4 times. I wound him twice. He's got no save. The wizard's dead. So I'm winning the wizard battle now. Goes to his turn. Oh, okay. I think it messed up with Warhol, but I can talk through here. So this dragon... on his turn, I believe, is it this turn? No, because he was outside 21, I think. No, it was next turn. So his next turn, he shimmies his dragon kind of over here. He tries to kill my priest because the illusion wizard shut him down. He's trying to get his breath weapon. It's shimmy for about, once again, another 10 minutes to try and get 2 attacks in, 2 shots. He shoots with these guys. He doesn't do a wound to me, so it's fine. He's still on a 1 wound. He tries with this Griffin to just be like, try and charge here, but he's out of range. So he charges the Ushabti with the Silver Helms. I stand and shoot the Noble. Once again, maybe the wrong choice to try and get some easy wounds here. I don't do anything to the Noble, unfortunately. I would have probably killed 1 of these things. They come in, because I have light protection up, he's hit me really badly. I kill 3 of them, but he's still got this guy with initiative. It's tied combat, so we stay there. Into my turn 5. I once again, Miasma Mirage's dragon, he can't do anything. I get a Plague of Rust on him. I basically turn everything to bear, trying to kill off these guys, kill off his dragon. With the poison, with the units of Ushabti, I do take it down 5 wounds. So it's got 4 wounds left. With Windblast, because this was my go-turn, because I had Plague of Rust, I had Poison, I had Ushabti, I had Windblast in range, there's nothing to do. Even a Fireball, yes, I'm winning on 6s, but your AP2, just get him down to 4 wounds, so it's semi-close. It now makes him panic that you can't just keep him here within Miasma Mirage range, because maybe next turn I do the same. In my turn 5, I do actually cause myself another miscast, and once again I take another wound. So I've got this Illusion Priest, the thing that's keeping this game alive, on 1 wound. His turn 5, he can't charge, he can't do anything. He tries shooting again. He's got 1 lone arrow here. With this, he kind of moves him back to try and shoot him again. Doesn't kill him. He's tanking on. He's taken 2 wounds. I get him back. I heal him up because I spun this silly just so I get everyone can heal him. And then fly him away on my turn 6. There's nothing you can do. Over down here, basically what's left is on his turn 6. So I kill off. I don't kill his silver one. He gets 1 wound left. He fails a fear check, so he can't charge into my priest, which is bagging because he probably could have killed it. I have a 7-9 into the spirit. I need it to just go that way so I don't kill them, so I'm quite annoyed by that. Anyway, in his turn 6, his dragon's somewhere over here, and he makes the decision to charge into the rest of you, Shabdi. Big debate on if he could land there and whatnot. I don't think he could have. I'll make a video talking about WTC in general, because there's a lot of kind of rules as written, rules as doing it. I'm trying to get your point across. There's one judge available. One person says this. In this instance, the judges say you couldn't land there. Guy was very... Then they went back. And this is at probably 11:15. This has probably taken 20 minutes for this to work out what to do. For him to land. And I was sitting there, I spoke to my team, I was just thinking, do I just let him have it? He can't win the game. But it was ruled it. So basically, the dragon clips the corner, but there's a silver helm right here. So he can't land, but the discussion was, he clips it, and then he can, because he still can move, but I thought on a wheel you couldn't use your fly, because I've seen this ruled a different way. He then wheels, not to be flush, because he can't, because there's a silver helm there. He wheels beyond, and I'm like, you surely can't do it. It's classed as a disordered charge. But I read that it's a disordered charge if you can't wheel to connect, which he then wheeled, and he got a more movement kind of thing. So I was very annoyed by that ruling, but in the end of the game, he did kill the Ushabti. So he killed Ushabti, he killed the Swarms, he killed Skirmishers. He did kill them. But if he hadn't got into there, I couldn't have killed his noble. He was down to 1 wound. I couldn't get it through. But he would have killed a Tomb Scorpion, but he wouldn't have got these points. So it would have potentially been 11-9 to me. So on his side, I killed a load of these like chaff. Obviously, killing the Archmage. I think the decision... Oh, what's happened here? Here, where I went to kill these wizards... This is where I kind of wish I had my coach's call with my captain. Because I went for the wizard to back me up. I'm wondering 5 more Ushabti shots into that, maybe. I think it's just because this is worth... it was 130, 150 more points than the wizard. But I just think because I couldn't shoot with them... If I could shoot with them because I killed one high elven archer, it would be a different ball game, I think. I think he would have died. This noble probably in the end would have died. And it might have been a different game. It might have been like a 12-8 to me. But overall, a really good game. We spent a lot of time in the movement. I was very quick because I knew what I had to do. And I knew I had to just shoot and try and kill as much as possible. Because he had to go for this 16-4 to win the tournament, to make sure they definitely won it, he had to press. So I knew there was going to be units. He could have potentially just played with the dragon and the noble. But I don't think there would have been enough punch to bring it down. And at that point, I wasn't shooting a lot from Skycutters. I would have shot more up to the noble. I would have shot some units, stuff like that. I would have started moving things over. Maybe I kill the noble. Maybe he gets 11-9, but gets 16-4. He has to win by 1,000 points. And I knew the dragon was my biggest threat, but I knew that if he got to a position, I don't think he could have got that 1,000 points of how I played it. So really happy with the game. I'd say Archer was a lovely player, lovely bloke. Just don't play with a dragon, please, next time. Seeing this dragon spaz out, up and down, left, right. So it's like, just place him. But no, lovely game. Ended in a 10-10. So in this tournament, I hadn't lost a game. I did get 4 10-10s and 2 wins, but I did get thrown into some ugly lists. This was probably my worst matchup on the thing, because I didn't think I could win. I don't think that. So, yeah. So, overall, a really good game as an archer. I'd say high elves, they're really hard for me in the sense of because I can't kill the prince. I can kill the chaff and kill everything else, but they don't have to give it to me. My best way of beating it is giving his dragon something, letting it overrun into nothing. And this is where if I have those ancients, I could challenge with it, hold it up, and then I could set it up so I can hold it for 2 turns. Set up so he overruns on his turn. I then can Midas Mirage it, kind of thing, and really shut down his dragons. Something I've learned when I was playing at Black Country last time. So there are definitely some list changes there. However, I think it works out versus the Noble and the Silver Helms potentially. So that's quite tasty to look at. But overall, really good game. I will do a video talking about the WTC online. Kind of pros, what went really well about some of the stuff that I really found interesting, really liked, and some kind of the downsides of it, etc. So I think the big thing was We started at 7 p.m. UK, we finished at 11, and we spent like 40 minutes on the last thing that didn't really matter. But there was loads of little things in the tournament, so like trying to play someone in America. I played 3 people from over there, I think. 2 in America, 1 in Peru. All lovely opponents, but trying to find a time to make it work. One of the guys I played with, he played, because he took a half day off because it was take his work, so it worked brilliantly. One person played in the morning before, no, just after a tournament. So he'd just done a tournament and then we played kind of thing, so he was knackered. So it was just trying to work those things out. But as I say, it was a great tournament overall. As I say, I'll do a review on it. I talked about how Team Wales did, how I did, how any changes to my list, etc. So thank you all for watching and watching this kind of WTC kind of online. Obviously, WTC Clash of Nations happening in Germany in September. So from now onwards, with obviously the change with 1.5, with the match play guides, Arata's FAQ, we'll see how I've gone towards that kind of thing. But no, thank you very much, everyone. Ta-ra.